All right, fellas, what's going on? Elias Thompson here from Pure Athlete System. In today's video, I'm just going to kind of talk about the natural lifter and the aesthetic physique. Because with social media, Instagram, and Gymshark, Alpha Elite, all these guys out there, and a lot of guys are starting to come forward now and actually admit their anabolic use and abuse. But before this, and there's a lot of people out there that still haven't really admitted it, and a lot of people get skewed on what's possible naturally. And a lot of guys sell bad programming. They promote working out in a way that doesn't support the natural lifter, that only will work unless you're on steroids and drugs and certain dieting techniques and foods and counting macros and meal plans, and all just a bunch of garbage and stuff in just order to sell. No, I'm not against the selling part at all, because I myself do sell stuff. But what I want to say is, I want to put this out there right now. A lot of the stuff they promote is not how you get big and aesthetic and have that physique as a natural lifter. Because a lot of these guys don't train at all in the correct way. Like if you look at Jeff Side, and I mean, he's just one to name a few. There's a lot of other guys, Eric Kanefsky, the way they lift, I mean, it would never work. And he finally came out and said he wasn't on, said he was on gear. I mean, it was obvious if you know anything about lifting, but there's people that actually questioned it and they didn't believe that they thought he was actually natural. It just goes to show just the ignorance in the whole fitness community as a whole. So what I want to say right now, I want to keep this video kind of short, is to to build a physique as a natural. First off, if you want to look like Ronnie Coleman and Jay Cutler, you're gonna need steroids to do that. But if you want a physique that looks good, that is pretty big for a natural lifter, and it's just, it's a good aesthetic, athletic looking physique overall. It's not gonna be nothing too big, but you're gonna look muscular, you're gonna look strong. And there's two things that come down to it. First off, get really strong. Get brutally strong on your bench press, overhead press, squat, deadlift. Get really strong at those. I'm talking 500-pound squat, 600-pound deadlift, 300 to 400-pound bench, somewhere in between there. At least a 225 overhead press, and doing weighted pull-ups with 100 pounds. That will build a seriously strong upper body, good looking body all around. See, my legs are way above the rest of my body. I can almost squat 500. My deadlift, I hit 600 on a sumo, but my bench, my upper body still has a ways to go. I gotta gain a little size up there like that. And that's rule number one. That's the first thing you need to do as a natural, is just focus first. I'd say do this first, is focus on getting as strong as possible, getting really, really strong at those lifts. Find programming that promotes that. If you go look at other videos on my channel, I promote that stuff as well. That's what I promote. I promote strength training. Over this last year, like you can see on my Instagram, my legs, the pictures of my legs back when my max squat was like 425 compared to now when I just hit 480 the other day. There is a little bit of a size difference, and there's a huge size difference on my squat compared to back when it was like 300 pounds for a 1 rep max, now to 500. I mean, it's a significant difference. Now, a lot of people might argue, I see there's guys that can squat 500 and they don't have that big of legs, but we got to look where they started back when they can only squat 250. Look at the size difference in the legs. It's going to be gigantic. Same with the bench. If you could start off benching 135 as a 1 rep max, take that up to 315 with the same person, there's going to be a very noticeable size difference. And what this does is, first off, adds athletic strength, muscle, and power, so you're going to be athletic. But then also, this muscle is hard and dense. It's recruiting the top threshold fibers when you lift heavy like that. And you can do this with high reps also. It just takes more reps. But what that does is create a hard, dense muscle that's permanent, and eventually creates muscle maturity. Now, after you get that done, and you're all set up in that department with your strength, then all you got to do is cut and get absolutely really lean, and you're able to maintain leanness. Now, I'm not talking the leanness of I'm not talking the leanness of Simeon Panda, stuff like that, where guys, it's apparent that they're using copious amounts of anabolics to get to that level of body fat, the 6%. I'm talking the 8 to 12% range. I'm talking, good lighting. You can see the six pack. See, right now I've always been pretty lean, but you know, this looks decent for me. You know, it's a decent physique. It's leaner than most. You can see definition. You have size. You know, if you get in the right lighting, you get some veins popping out and stuff like that. See, that's the type of leanness I promote. And that's the type of leanness that looks good, naturally looks good. And, you know, a lot of people think if you're actually that lean, you know, nobody likes that. If you look like you can put a pin up to your skin and pop you like a balloon, that's literally the only people that like that is bodybuilders. I mean, a person that's so unhealthy for hormones in general, then it can cause eating disorders. It's just stupid, and it's hard to maintain. You can't live your life. So you got a boat over there, go fishing. You know, you can't have fun with your friends if you're looking like that. But if you're really strong, and you practice something something out there called intermittent fasting, a couple days of the week, you know, to get lean, you can literally put on this sizing in 3 months. And usually, when you're strength training the right way, you'll be lean anyway. And utilizing intermittent fasting a couple days of the week, if not every day of the week, once you already have the strength, you'll have a great looking physique. It will look incredible. You know, combining staying lean with the intermittent fasting and the strength levels, you're going to look great. Martin Burkham does this. Kino Body. Eric Bugenhagen, I don't know if he intermittent fasts, but he's a very strong guy. Go check out his channel. He's very strong. And he stays lean, and that he's a natural lifter. And if you're a natural lifter and you want to get big and have a good physique, you gotta get really, really strong. And the second thing is just get lean, and you're gonna look great. It's gonna be easy to maintain. Hormones are gonna work right. You're gonna be athletic, and you don't have to ever worry about screwing up your body with steroids and stuff like that. So, guys, that is the truth about being natural and looking aesthetic and big. And guys, if you want more information on that, go to my Instagram. I post a lot about that. You know, I've been able to stay lean while gaining strength. If you're interested in building up your squat and getting faster and stronger and more powerful in sports, I'm almost up to 500 pounds. Go follow that. Go check out my other videos. And thanks for watching, fellas. See you next time.